Welcome to ShadowMeTarot. We are unboxing Pamela Steele's Eternal Seeker Oracle. I don't know much about this other than what I read on the back here. I think it might be a shadow deck. I think. Let's find out. So the Eternal Seeker Oracle, it says, now you can, once and for all, lay to rest old hurts, confusion, and emotional ties that no longer serve who you are at this time. Gather the parts of yourself and your soul that have been devastated, wounded, and forgotten, and move forward into your eternal life. These 33 elegant Rider-Waite inspired art cards and comprehensive guidebook will start you on your path to enlightenment. By collecting all the missing pieces and healing those fragments of the self, you can finally and fully become whole. From the colors to the smallest details, the symbols in this exciting deck speak on a soul-deep level to help you intuit and identify the underlying and often motivational meanings of your life. This provides you with a platform from which to launch the next stage of your personal journey. With strength and honor, may you seek and find joy and grace in your passage. All right, let's take a look at what we have here. That's a pretty thick book for 33 cards. This little thingy is ripped. All right, let's see what we have here. Nice, shiny. They definitely go, oh, interesting. If it's based on the tarot, see, they did the number 1 is the seeker instead of the 0, which makes everything off like by 1. Is that right? Because then we have the magician, it should be number 1, not number 2. Then the high priestess, which is what this is, should be number 2, not number 3. Oh, how disappointing. All right, then the divine feminine, and then the crone should be the crone should be, what is it, the high priestess? No, not the high priestess, the Hierophant. This should be the lovers. So it says it's based on it. But it's off by 1 number. Okay. What I wanted to see and why I started going through it so early is I was like, did they add the people? Because you have 21 cards in the Rider-Waite Tarot. 20 is usually Sun. Hope is the Star card. So then this would be the Sun card. This would be Awakening, and then this would be the World for the 22nd card. So, and really, this should be the Fool with the Child there, but we've got the ribbon of the, oh my goodness. All right, so what is this now? We've got Rebirth first. So we go Fire. There's an Attainment or a Gaia kind of thing. The Weaver. These feel like, I don't know what these are. Okay. Sorry guys, had to explore early on. Ooh, we got spreads though. Oh, okay, I can forgive a bad deck with good spreads and a good book. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, we have a nice little forward, and then let's see. The table of contents, reader's ethics, what is an oracle, the care and feeding of your deck. Keeping a journal, composing questions. That's a good one. Shuffling and dealing with cards, oracle card spreads. That's page 14. And that goes until page 21. And then the rest of the deck is all, is the cards. At the end, you've got notes from the creator, acknowledgements, resources, references, and quotes. All right, let's take a look. Acknowledgements. Ooh, there's the resources. Here's a little guide of symbols. That's always nice. See, I like having a good book. I'll keep a bad deck for a good book any day of the week. So we've got These are Wiccan symbols. These are Elder Futhark symbols, which looks like runes to me. I think they are runes. Yep, pretty sure. And then, what do we have back here? Here's some other art. All right, so she just basically put in her references. Let's take a look at these spreads really quick, and then we'll move into the deck. We have a past, present, future spread, which is in every card deck. This is a new one, Strength, Challenge, and Direction. That's a good one. I've seen it in different ways, but I like the way this one is worded. So what is your strength? What is your challenge? Where should your strength be applied? And where your path leads from meeting that challenge. This one is your path, the action needed, and your potential. To me, about the same exact reading, just in a different format there. What my attention needs. So number 1 is what needs my attention. Number 2 is overview. Number 3 is guidance. And number 4 is advice. It looks like something similar here, where we have a 5-card spread of what is hidden in the past, the present, what the advice is, and your next step. And in this last one, it says dreams versus reality. Number 1 is you now. 2 is secrets. 3 is dreams. 4 is a reality check. And 5 is what works. And then we move into the cards. And it has both upright and reversed cards. I'm going to pause here just because I want to make sure that we're on the Fool, that I'm not mistaken here. 99% sure that this is a Fool card. Okie dokie, I found the little blurb for each of the cards. So the Seeker, this is the Fool card. Wherever you are on your journey is always the beginning. And this is inspired by Tarot's Fool. Numbered 1, the starting point is always with oneself. So then we're going to move on to the Magus. As you think, you create. This is inspired by the Magician. The number 2 stands with 1 foot in each world. Ooh, I like that. Then we have the Oracle, and she says, know thyself, inspired by the High Priestess. The number 3 represents the triple goddess. So I almost want to say that's like also the Holy Trinity, right? Then we go to 4, the Divine Feminine. You are wanted, child of an abundant universe. This is inspired by the Empress. The number 4 portrays a solid, steady, firm foundation. So I am not mad at making the Divine Feminine a firm foundation. It is just as legitimate as having an Emperor or the Divine Masculine as a firm foundation. So, okay. I like you a little better. So inspired by the Empress. Okay. 4 portrays a solid, steady, firm foundation. All right, let's move on. Then we have the Crone. Wait a second. Oopsies. Here's the Divine Feminine, guys. That's number 4. I'm sorry. I thought I flipped it. All right, here we go. And then here is the Crone, number 5. And it's the ancestral keeper of the family of wisdom. The matriarch of the human tribe completes the 3 of the triple goddesses, which is the High Priestess. What is she in this one? She's the Oracle, the Empress, or the Divine Feminine, and the Crone in this deck are the triple goddesses. No Emperor. So that is interesting. Deviation from the Rider-Waite. Okay, the number 5 represents feminine, chaos, expansion. So, and then the number 6 is the Elder Gods. This is traditionally the Lover's card. But this one is inspired by the Emperor. Interesting how they're moving these numbers around. So the number 6 brings the energy of practicality and represents the masculine principle of order, and the card itself means honoring our ancestors. Now there's a big page for each one of these cards. Like there's pretty big quite a bit of content there. But there's also journal writing for each of the cards too, so that you can personalize them. So I'm liking it better and better, you guys. I can't judge a deck before flipping through it. I should learn that by now. Okay, number 7, tradition. When the student is ready, the master appears. This is inspired so weirdly by the Hierophant as number 7. The number 7 is the number of magic, wisdom, and study. And what kills me about this is, doesn't it look like the Hermit card? I mean, we've got the 2 people here, the 2 disciples that you would see with the Hierophant. I'm not sure what we've got. The Wiccan symbol scroll here, which reminds me similar to the Torah. These coins or these shields here remind me of pentacles, and he's got like a drum. They must be drum tops. So I would think like rhythm in this, and then she's got a crystal pendulum here for divination. So this is just a weird mashup, I think. This feels like a Rider-Waite mashup. Okay, so this is the Hierophant, and then we move on to choices, or tradition is the Hierophant. Number 8 is choices. This is inspired by the Lovers. Number 8 unites the material and the spiritual. Define what is sacred and that which is profane. So I almost feel like this feels like a combination of the Lovers and the Devil card, to be honest, kind of, sort of, the way that looks. And then looks like a Chariot card, 100%. So it says sacred alignment, number 9. Opposing forces are focused on a common goal. Inspired by the Tarot's Chariot, the number 9 is the path toward mystical knowledge. Then we move on to the number 10. This looks like the Strength card to me, and it is. Number 10 finds completeness in divine order. Define the source of your personal power. So Strength card is definitely kind of inner strength and taming your inner demons, right? Also balancing, right? The divine masculine and the divine feminine. All right, then we got the Spirit Guide. This looks like the Hermit card. Let your inner light become a beacon in the darkness. This is the Hermit. Number 11 brings higher intuition and spiritual insight. Then we have the Wheel of Time. That's number 12. The present moment contains the whole of existence, and this is inspired by the Wheel of Fortune. 12 represents a completed cycle of experience. I imagine that there's probably some time stuff and symbolism throughout this deck just based on that Wheel of Time. All right, now we move on to the Law. Justice, anyone? So it is the Justice card. The number 13 represents karma. Ooh, I didn't know that. It also Scorpio in the Death card. I like 13 as transformation way better than karma, but karma makes sense too, doesn't it? All right. Number 13, the law is for all, and it represents karma. 14, perception, explore other avenues. Inspired by the Hanged Man, 14 adequately perceives any situation. And we move on to number 15, the Traveler. Inspired by the Death card. Ooh, that's an interesting. Rising from the Phoenix rising from the ashes. And it almost looks like a burial, right? Where they like light the canoe on fire to bury the dead, like old Vikings and stuff like that. So he's got a little bow and arrow. So 15, the Traveler. The new life is always greater than the old. It represents synthesis of spirit and matter. Then we have harmony. This reminds me of temperance, and it is. 16 represents spiritual and analytical introspection, as above, so below. Attachments is number 17, which is inspired by the devil. Release what no longer serves who you are now. Overcoming the enemy. Number 17's biblical meaning is overcoming the enemy. Number 18 is chaos, which feels like the Tower card. Oh, there you go. It is the Tower. Number 18's underlying essence is the welfare of humanity. Find solace within the eye of the storm. Number 19 is hope, inspired by the... Well, hope has always been the star card, and it's not saying the star card. It's just saying, here is the bridge between chaos and inspiration. Number 19 brings all into focus. Hope. Have faith. There is always hope. I hope one day they have self-driving flying cars before I die. I don't know why. I just want to see it. 20. Inspiration. Nurturing your muse will bring what is needed. This is inspired by the star card. Number 20 honors those born to be in service. And then we'll move on to number 21, intuition. Where the sun gives us life, the moon gives us dreams. It is the moon card. Number 21 represents the fulfillment of a difficult process of spiritual transformation. I almost feel like for this particular deck, you go from the Oracle, right, to, because it is kind of feminine based. It really feels feminine based, to the Divine Feminine, to the Crone. Then we move on to traditions, because I feel like all of these are kind of like related. The same old guy is right there, see? Then we have the Hermit dude. See, all of these feel like moving up to, this is the, like what I would think of as a star card. I don't know, not this one, but I don't know. All of these here just kind of feel like interconnected, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. There's something with those cards together in this deck that just is resonating. I'll have to spend some more time with it. But this is an interesting moon card. I'll be interested in the deck interview for sure. Okay, so where the sun gives us life, the moon gives us dreams. 21 represents the fulfillment of a difficult process of spiritual transformation. So I almost feel like there's like a secondary spiritual story throughout this deck, right? Where we just kind of move through the different stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's late. My brain just stopped working. I just realized that. Number 22, Heart Song. Find what makes your heart sing. This is the Sun card. It's number 22, turns lofty dreams into reality. 23 is Rebirth. This is based on the Judgment card. Once you step onto the path, there's no turning back. 23 blends the desires for knowledge, creativity, and diplomacy. Then we have 24, Attainment, Carpe Diem. It's inspired by the world. Number 24 is for diplomacy and harmony within all relationships. Then we have the Weaver, number 25, which kind of reminds me of a crone in many decks. The Weaver, the web is what binds us together as well as the container that holds us. Inspired by the Steel Wizard's Tarot, the Weaver, number 25, brings introspection. All right, so I like what's interesting about that card, because I can't really pull it to a specific tarot card. I want to pull it to like a High Priestess or even the Moon card or the Star card. I do feel like there is this like spirit working in the physical is like the nature of the deck is kind of how I feel. And I feel like I always think of sacred geometry. Like I say it all the time, like, this is my spiritual vehicle. That's what it looks like. That's what my spiritual vehicle looks like. But if we're all interconnected, right? My spiritual vehicle fits inside of this web too, that we're all part of. So even though we're not just connected, and need each other on a physical plane, we're connected and need each other on a spiritual plane too, through that kind of type of web. And I think it's a good representation of both our inner and outer spirituality, our inner and outer worlds. Oh well. All right, let's move on. The universe. The universe is inspired by the Steel Wizard's Tarot. The universe, number 26, represents creating lasting results for humanity. So this says lifting the veil. Number 27 is truth. The path of awareness, inspired by the Steel Wizard's Tarot. Truth, number 27, has deep roots in compassion and tolerance. Then we have 28, shadows, embrace the inner darkness, also inspired by Steel Wizard's Tarot. Soul twins, number 28, brings cooperation and diplomacy. I almost feel like this deck is, not that it's bad, but I feel like the artist repurposed the deck. There's a bunch of them. Oopsies. There's a bunch of them that do that. Tony Carmine, I think, is one of them. Is that her name? Yeah. Tony Carmine Salerno. She has like multiple decks, but they all have the same images, just different little sayings on them, which is fine. So number 29, we move on to the Guardian. Allow only truth seekers to enter. This represents the ability to communicate between the realms. Number 29 is for trusted companionship. Number 30 is wisdom, the soul's truest knowledge. Although wisdom defies description, it is recognized when encountered. Number 30 represents unlimited goddess energy. Then we have 31, emergence, knowing and claiming your true worth. Challenges are met and overcome. Number 31, in essence, is a sense of worthiness. 31, emergence, self-worth. Okay. 32, infinity, eternity, wholeness, and completion. The lemniscate symbolize the lemniscate. It must be this thing, figure 8 thing. The lemniscate symbolize infinity. Number 32 brings a personal sense of creative freedom. And our last card, number 33, which is probably my favorite so far, is I Am. And before my only nugget of spirituality up until about 2 years ago, in terms of like, I don't know, my family was kind of atheist kind of growing up, so there was shame having kind of like believing in spirituality. And so I suppressed it my whole life until a couple of years ago. But secretly, I kind of always knew that the 2 words I am, to me, were God. And I also recognized the words I am as creation words when I was talking about myself and my world and my reality and my dreams and my goals. These 2 words I am are so powerful, and it's like a spell. You have to be super careful how you use it, because if you say, well, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. If I say I'm too talkative, then invariably I'm going to subconsciously make myself talk too much. Anyway, so I want to talk just enough because I am a person who talks just enough. Maybe. All right, number 33. I am that I am. Inspired by the Steel Wizard's Tarot, I Am, the Master number 33 tells us all is possible. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. exceeded expectations. I was kind of disappointed at the beginning, but I'm okay with it. Will I use it? I don't know. I do not know. I do try to... I've got to probably leave here in a couple of minutes. I know I got to leave here in a couple of minutes. Probably not going to have enough time to do the whole deck interview, but let's give it a try. Easy to shuffle. They are glossy, but there's few of them, so. All right. Thank you, beautiful spirit, for all of your guidance, love, and light. I'm truly grateful for all of your messages. Could you give me an idea of the personality of this deck? What is the personality of this deck, Spirit? What is the personality of this deck? Ooh, intuition. I gathered that as we were going through the flip through as well. I really do feel like this is a way of connecting with source. What is your strength? Lots of strength. Oh my gosh. Emergence, self-worth, being a spirit, bringing you to your spirit guides, balance, harmony, in alignment with your spirit and the divine feminine. Yeah, I feel like all of this, the strength is really getting you in alignment with spirit, for your highest good, like to put you on purpose, put you in alignment with spirit, to basically create the life that you want. This is creator energy. I really get that from this deck. Oops. I really get that from this deck, that this has got creator energy in it. It's all about alignment, tapping into your intuition so that you can basically manifest whatever you want. All right, what is your weakness? What is your weakness? Choices. It's like the Lover's card. You can't commit for you. It can't make the commitment for you, but it's not going to do a good job of making choices, I think, because it's not an attachment deck. It's not attached to the physical. It's about aligning in the spiritual to just have what you want in the physical without really having to do much for it. How will you help me to grow? Ooh, the Traveler. Rebirth, reinventing yourself, finding your own happiness. I like that. Healing your inner child, healing your inner child really is what I'm seeing there. Is how you'll help me grow, is kind of healing the inner child. When should I call on you for guidance? I feel like it's to get into alignment. When should I call on you for guidance? When should I call on you for guidance? Ooh, we flipped one. When I need a different perspective, a shift in perspective. This is like the hangman, when I need to surrender to my demons and just kind of like look hard at my shadow, make friends with my shadow, sit in my shadow, feel my shadow. That's what I feel about that. So I feel like when I need to wow, when I need to sit in my shadow and my negative feelings, to bring myself back into alignment is really kind of what I'm feeling. When you're going through the shit is when you call on this deck. What is the best way to work with you? What is the best way to work with you? Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Time. So I almost feel like it is kind of a timing deck as well, because I remember this being, 12 being Wheel of Time. So I almost feel like I almost feel like it's an intuitive thing of the best way to work with this is when you're called to it. When you recognize that you're out of alignment, when things are not going your way, that's when it's time to call on this deck for guidance. I think it is to kind of touch base on what your destiny is. to evaluate your choices. I think I am kind of impressed with this deck, I gotta say. What will our relationship be like? I definitely feel inner child shadow work and really, really so much alignment. What will our relationship be like? Releasing attachments and getting to the heart of the truth of those attachments, right? For me, I feel like when you release attachments, it's like, for me, it's an attached to a way of thinking or a way of behaving or acting. And I think when you see the truth of your actions and how they affect others, when you know better, you can do better. And I think that's all about getting into the alignment with spirit, because you can make better choices. You can reparent your inner child. You can make friends with your shadow and comfort that shadow. Go back to being kind of on purpose and following your destiny by, I feel like, just learning about what you're attached to, releasing them, knowing better, and doing better. All right, that's my signal to get going. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful, blessed day. If you haven't already, please hit that like, subscribe, and those like, subscribe, and share buttons. And if you'd be so kind to throw a comment in there, heart, thumbs up, any of those things will help grow the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful, blessed day.